Welcome back to the channel. So when it comes to modern day wrestling factions, what type of groups do you think of? The first one that come to mind may be the Bloodline, maybe think of the Judgment Day, the Final Testament.
I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Today in wrestling across a variety of companies, modern day wrestling factions are key to not only uplifting wrestlers, but just pure entertainment. Now what really, let's say, puts together like a stable or let's say a wrestling faction? Like what does it consist of? So typically how it comes together is you may have a couple wrestlers maybe just not doing anything, floating around and catering. Maybe they just haven't had a storyline in a minute. And then they might get roped around maybe one potential star or just one star in the business to build out a group that can not only elevate, the person at the top, the head of it, but of course all the members as a unit. We've seen that with the Bloodline, with the Usos, where they were kind of floating around before Roman and hosting dance competitions or acapella sessions. I don't even know. It was some type of karaoke thing, if I recall correctly. Or you can even take a look at the Judgment Day, another prominent faction within WWE and, of course, wrestling in general. Finn Balor wasn't doing nothing. Damian Priest wasn't doing nothing. Rhea Ripley coming off the whole Charlotte thing, and after partnering with Liv Morgan, she wasn't doing anything. It was just nothing was really going on. But then when you're able to put together these different wrestlers who maybe share a similar cadence and then produce a storyline that not only gravitates towards, what they represent, but as well as the wrestling fans. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Now when it comes down to the, let's say, number of members, typically it could be roughly around 4 to 5 at this current rate. Typically it was just starting off around 4. You probably have the goofy character, you have the serious character, the serious one's typically the one in charge, the head of things, trying to keep control. Have the enforcer character.
Solo, I love you.
And then you may have a character that plays like a valet sometimes. But then you got the case scenario of companies messing it up. So let's say recently, like WWE with the Pride. I don't even know how that was screwed up. Hit Row, I could kind of understand in a sense. Hit Row not really gelling with the crowd. I kind of understand that. But the Pride, it had so much potential. Granted, yes, people weren't going to boo Bobby Lashley. That's a given. Who's booing Bobby Lashley? The feud with Bobby and Karrion Kross, honestly, I could understand how that was supposed to elevate the group, but the storyline writing was just poor. It was, to me, it was poor. It was just having the group members face off before WrestleMania was a horrible decision. I don't understand what happened there. AOP, they're just there. That's the main way I could say that. Karrion Kross, very passionate about his character. His character work has been wonderful. His wrestling is great. It's just not clicking with the fans. And I don't know why. It is something about Karrion Kross. I don't know. But in a case scenario where companies may mess up when it comes to a faction, that can definitely damage the wrestler's credibility. Like horribly, terribly, extremely. And then it's like, if you're not even able to, let's say, be uplifted in the faction, can you really even be uplifted by yourself? And so, just to summarize it, modern day wrestling factions, they're wonderful. I'm glad that we have them. We need them. It shouldn't be taken for granted. It definitely should be something that's more so commended on behalf of all wrestling companies who do try it and do succeed within that fact, do succeed within it. But that'll be a video for today. So, thank you for watching. I understand y'all like wrestling content. Trust me, from the video metrics I previously looked at, I understand it. Y'all love wrestling content. I love wrestling too. We still gonna switch it up, but okay. We'll bring some more wrestling content. So with that being said, I just hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, evening, night, whenever y'all watching this, and take care. And peace out. Yeah. That was it. I'm for real in the video now. Peace out though. Peace out. Baby girl awesome, it ain't capping the slightest. She say I should be like I'm Midas. When we walk in the room, we the brightest. Different topics, but I'm steady vibing. In the mud, but I better stay striving. With the family, I'll always be thriving. Creepy steps, but I cannot quit climbing. Know your circle.